Hi, this is Mick Elliott from Electronic Specifier at Embedded World. I'm here with Dr. Vanya Samuelson, who is the founder and CEO of Qoitec. Vanya, can you just tell us a little bit about Qoitec, how it was founded, why it was founded, and what its ambitions are?
Absolutely. So Qoitec is a Swedish-based company, and we are actually a Sony spin-out, 2019. The goal was to really figure out how to, in the best way, give the opportunities to developers to energy optimized devices and to find that perfect match to batteries and energy harvesting. What we have seen in the context of big companies, but also with our current customers, that a lot of people don't understand that the battery that they are draining is not drained fully. So they might get just 50% out of the battery, and that means that, of course, their business case will fail. So what we are doing is the testing instrumentation for the developers and companies and teams who really want to optimize and get the lowest possible power consumption of their devices and find the perfect match in the energy source.
And is this based on original Sony technology, or how have you developed it since the spin out?
So it's definitely developed since. It was initiated there as a part of the really looking into how software impacts something, because at that point in time it was all about the early days of the IoT, and we know since then that a lot of electronics and embedded are not just the hardware, there's layers of software. So we have definitely taken that further and looked into how are people today developing these devices. And it's not only the hardware engineer in the big lab doing this, but there are firmware developers, there are middleware developers, there are application developers. All they actually can impact the battery life. And they should be then also having the insight in how this works and how their code is affecting it. So we have developed the product to include these different developers and disciplines, because IoT and embedded and electronics is a multidisciplinary area.
Okay. Before we just move on to a couple of demonstrations, I think you've made some changes on license charges for the software. Could you just give us an outline of what that's about?
Yes, absolutely. So we really wanted to make sure that we address the accessibility for our customers. So we are now providing our tools to be coming with free professional software. No charge for that, no subscription to that. So they are literally within the 60 seconds of unpacking the box, you're up and running and measuring. You can check your firmware, multiple measurements, long recordings, get the sync with the UART so you can actually understand what is draining the software. So all these need to be accessible for everyday usage. And of course, on top of that, we provide a number of different licenses for kind of deep dive into the energy optimization, either scripting and automation, or if you really want to find the right match with the battery. So it's a battery toolbox that we provide them.
Okay, but this gives developers the opportunity almost to start their development in a seamless way before they move on.
Absolutely, that's the key to get into that mindset. We call it low power mindset. Get into that mindset, and that will scale up, and it will scale up also your business and your mindset within the company, which is really important if you want to deliver that product that is low power and that the battery, that you can actually guarantee the battery life for once, not just say up to a certain number, but actually being confident in saying it will last this long.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we're still here on the Qoitec stand, and we have some demonstrations to show you. First of all, there's a demonstration surrounding the batteries. So, Vanya, maybe you can talk us through it.
Yeah, just quickly say this is one of our key features. It's about profiling the batteries and then replaying them onto your device. So simulating them to really get that insight of how much you can actually use the battery for your device. And we have one of the latest features presented in here at the booth, and it's called the battery profiling wizard. And Bjorn maybe can show you just a little bit of how it works.
Okay, we're going to turn now to Bjorn Nordquist, who will take us through the demo. Bjorn, away you go.
Yeah, great. So I mean, what I'm showing here is that I have both the current measurement of this device, it's a particle argon device, but the battery profiling wizard. So if I click on the battery profiler, then what we want to do is that we want to set up how the battery is going to be discharged. And to make it as easy as possible, we have then implemented this battery profiling wizard. So I just click on the wizard button, And then actually it will ask some questions. It will ask some question about what chemistry the battery is. And you can also input some data about the battery, so you remember what battery it is. Then it lets you select an active period. So, for example, I need to zoom out to get a good active period here for my device. So actually we can see here. Here I have an active period. It's a transmission. So if I then mark this in the graph, let's see if I have it. Then I need to know something about my device. For example, is it a constant power, consuming energy in constant power or constant current? So in my case, it consumes energy typically in constant power. So I need to select that, and I have the selection here, the active mode, and just like that, then I can move over to the next period. Then I'm going to go into the sleep period. So the device it wakes up, it communicates, and then it goes to sleep. So then I select my sleep period. In the same way, I select if it's a constant power or constant current. And just like that, it gives me a suggestion. So I don't need to know more than that. Then we give the suggestion how the battery is going to be discharged to get all the data about the battery.
Okay, Bjorn, thank you very much.
You're welcome.